Hi, it's Eric here. I'm talking to those people. I feel a change in things. I feel as though it's time to launch chapter 3 of Talking with Famous People pretty soon. Because, I don't know if anybody's aware, most people probably aren't, a few of you guys might be, that this is part of chapter 2 of Talking with Famous People. Chapter 1, we're about 800 videos, I think. I don't know, I don't remember exactly. And the beginning of the end of chapter 1 was a lining up of the frameworks and the actual positions and the linkage between what I advocated and the models through which I advocated them and all that kind of stuff. It was a summerage. It was a summer home in the Spanish via of summary. Why is the freeway so filled up with cars now? And what's on the other side? Freeways have traffic and dum bum bum ba-dum. Na, 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 na. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell. We know that it's probably magic. Well, Eric, you need to stop doing that if you want to talk about this thing. If you want the thing you want to talk about to continue, you need to stop suddenly abruptly changing from topic to poorly word remembered rendition of Rainbow Connection, and then following it with a haltingly executed description of the behavior you just did as condemnation for the purpose of rendering any criticism moot, but with the actual effect of rendering this video nearly unwatchable. That's called fancy talk. That's called fancy talk. It's really difficult to follow, and it's there to make me sound smart, and hopefully it's working, and that's why I go shop at Kmart. Even though that's not causally related, those two things at all, they rhyme, and so I guess that's enough to make me fall in love with the idea. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. What am I doing right now? I don't know. I'm in this pure freaking NE mode. I'm going to visit Matt. Dear friend, dear cool friendship. There's an INTP friendship. There's no hugging and tell me about what you're feeling right now. Those conversations never go. That behavior, those conversations never go on with Mateo. He's a cool fish. Removed somewhat. And I think it's fair to say struggles with the FE stuff a bit. It's okay with me. That's the thing. INTPs, they struggle with it, and so they take the strategy of let's stop doing anything that's risky socially. I'm not sure when I try to do shit. It's like me playing poker, right? When I play poker, I play it safe. I don't try to bluff. It always backfires. I try to play tight and wait for the right hand. That's what INTPs do with the social stuff. They play tight, they wait for the right moment to trick that one trick that does work. They're okay with missing some opportunities because at least they're not going to make any mistakes. Well, that's okay. I sense something changing, and I sense it changing in everyone around me. scary and immensely gratifying. And well, it has to do with improving yourself. Somebody I was talking to, I don't remember who it was, said ENTPs need to prove themselves all the time. Might have been Trenton, might have been somebody else. I don't know. But it's that. What? The reason ENTPs constantly need to feel the need to prove themselves is because everybody around them is engaging in subtly disparaging behavior all the time. Basically saying, too much from you. Calm down. We're getting ontological violence thrown at us from day one for being too hyper. Trenton, Trenton feels me on this. I know Trenton. Trenton, I know, man. I know, dude. You're quick as a fucking whip, aren't you? Yeah, you're a clever one. Well, you know, we're flashy. Flashy with the words. I can tell you this, Trenton. You're flashier under 20 than I was under 20. Of course, the whole generation's more advanced than my generation at that age. Makes me jealous. Makes me grateful as well, because I get to talk to you guys a lot, and you're incredibly cool. And I was not incredibly cool when I was that age at all. I think openness of social circle setting things, it allows for, I don't know, something good. It allows everybody to have free tacos when they're really in the mood for tacos. It provides additional sauces to the ones that normally come, because it's a special occasion. I'll have the lingua, he'll have chica, I'll have chicharrones, he'll have burrito, will have some carne, they'll have tomatoes. What the fuck is up with this traffic? Who turned on the traffic? I never agreed to that. It's a fucking Dodger game, because you're an idiot, Eric, because you went the wrong fucking way, because you weren't thinking about it, because you were making a video. Right, so I feel like people are beginning to see me differently. People in IRL. This is the thing. For people who only know me on the internet or go to meetings and stuff, I want to kind of remind everybody that one of the big reasons that I pushed on this and just kept pursuing this thing with talking with famous people is I hoped, I dreamed someday to have exactly what we have right now, which is, I didn't actually envision it with such large groups of people, but to have the ability to do interviews without hunting and searching and trying to find somebody who will finally agree to maybe talk to me for 5 minutes, kind of a thing, you know? And to have people willing to talk to me, that's just spectacular. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I want to stress if you are an ENTP especially, and you're experiencing what I would call, God damn it, fucking stupid Eric. Jesus. And you are experiencing what I would call a sense of, if you're experiencing rejection from the people in your life on one or more levels, I feel as though it's important that as ENTPs, or if you're an ENFP, or if you're, I don't know, anybody really, but at this particular lesson, I don't know how much it applies to other people. You make your decision about that. I'd like to think it applies to ENTPs. I would say this. Remember that the problem is we have a large shipment of toilet paper come in from China on a big barge. And we're a pretty big store, and we got a lot of toilet paper to sell. We need to make sure we locate ourselves in a large city. What happens, the reason we have trouble with people in real life is because we need them to fulfill more needs than we can reasonably expect them to fulfill. Because we need to have more needs filled than we can reasonably expect to have fulfilled by a normal number of people. But the good news is, with the internet, we can find each other, or I don't know. For the most part, when I'm having these conversations with you guys, I mostly have introverts, which is totally fine and spectacular. I have no problem with that. That's great. And on those occasions when I've had other certain kinds of extroverts that I've conversed with, there's been this ongoing battle for airspace, I guess. It depends on the type of extrovert. Like, talking to Tony Pierce of MBTV, that was, well, it was a 2-hour-long video before I feel like we had even, either of us had a chance to both speak a reasonable amount of time. So, obviously, we both have a lot to say. So, as far as having a lot of introverts in a room, I don't know where I was going with that. God damn freaking mosquitoes. I don't know. Boo boo pee pee something. Oh, the advice for ENTPs about what? Don't chop your penis off. That's it. What is it? Hey, I have a vagina. Why aren't you including me? Because I'm a misogynist. I only advocate the chopping off of genitals for males. That's not fair. I want you to advocate for chopping off my vagina too. That's a very poorly constructed chant. What time it is? It's 11:24, Eric. Why are you so crazy tonight? Tired and freaking. Maybe the constant explosions drove me insane. I don't know how to this is what it means to be extroverted. This is what it means to be truly extroverted. Where I spent all day talking with a bunch of different fucking people on the internet and on GTM, and it did not tire me out one bit. It hyped me up. I want to go talk to Matt, and I'm feeling like, fuck yeah, Annie. Anyway, about the IRL people. I'm fucking all over the place today. People seem to be treating me a little bit differently. And normally you'd say, you don't want people to treat you differently than before. But I absolutely do, because the way they were treating me, have been all treating me in general, ranged from, well, I guess maybe Eric might be right about some part of this, but there's no reason to think he is. Let's just wait and see. That's like the best, right? The worst being, Eric, there's something wrong with you. You're spending too much time on YouTube, like that kind of stuff. It's crazy, Eric. This is never gonna do anything. You gotta stop. Like that kind of shit, right? About what? Well, about a number of things. About me standing my ground and fighting my fight at my old job. About my ability to make money on my own if I had my own debate business rather than working for my employer as I did. Where am I supposed to be going? Am I lost? God damn it. What street is this? I think I have to go on Hyperion. Fucking god damn it. Yeah, about whether I'd be able to make money with my debate business or whether I'd be able to make as much money. Well, and I was telling people, I said, no, but here's all these facts, information, I can make more money. And then, I will make more money. I promise, everybody. I promise. And here's all these reasons. And, the reaction was more or less, Eric, you're deluded. You simply can't know that, Eric. Or there's no data from the past to tell us any of your schemes ever work, Eric. Nobody said that, but that's kind of what's behind it, right? Eric, we've known you for a long time. None of your schemes ever come out to anything. You better fucking just take your lumps and fucking bow down for your boss and not lose that job, or it's gonna be only a disaster. You know how this goes, Eric. You're on some crazy cockamamie scheme. Well, I tried to tell people that no, but I just fine. I just stopped caring. I stopped caring what they thought about it, and because what happened is I tried to explain to them why it was going to succeed. I say, no, I'm not. What I should have said is something like, you should believe in me. But I never said that. I'd say things like, okay, well, I can understand why you would not want to believe something that you don't know is true yet, or going to be true in a meaningful way. What the fuck am I? But here's some more information that'll help you to think that maybe I will make money with my own debate business. Maybe there will be a demand for me with my own debate business. Maybe you should conclude there likely will be, right? With this information I give you. The best I could get out of anybody was, well, wait and see. What I needed and what I was asking for from people was encouragement. Anyway, that is indicative of a couple of things. It's indicative of the power of SI and the power of NI to be wrong. Why? Well, NI is forming certain truths based on the data available, which references past data and new data, but it understands possibilities foremost through how people feel about things. It doesn't update its dossier on any given person very frequently. So the veracity of its conclusions is going to be dependent on how up to date its understandings of the people involved are. It tends to forget that people change, and that because the INFJ doesn't change very much. The INFJ gets it early, and then has to come to terms with the fact they don't exactly get it actually. You know, and then they have to do what I've done. They have to do the opposite of it. I've come to embrace, and they need to come to embrace it. I've got to stop this video because I am fucking lost again.